Oh, hey. A lot of people ask, hey man, what's the best wood to build a subwoofer box out? Hmm. The best wood to build a subwoofer box out for sound quality is MDF. It's MDF, plain and simple. All you think everybody, JBL, Harman Kardon, same company. Uh, Kick, Sony, Kenwood. Why do they use, I'm talking about home theater systems. Why do they always use MDF? Because MDF is resonant. It's resonance free, pretty much. It's just dead wood. There is no grains or porousness. It is porous, but it keeps the same density throughout the boards, so that it severely limits resonances. So MDF is the best. It's the best, arguably. Anyway, arguably, it is the best. Everybody, all the big boys use it. So why do we build boxes out of wood? Well, because with MDF, it's going to stay inside most MDF cabinets, theater, home theater, or when you buy the home theater systems, it's inside the home. They're not exposed to moisture. Well, if you put an MDF box inside your car, it's exposed to moisture when you open up the trunk, put groceries in. When you open up the trunk or the hatch to show people, and it's rain outside, it's damp, that moisture gets in to the enclosure through the port. And after a period of time, it starts to break down. Taking subs in and out, it breaks down. So people don't like MDF for that particular reason. Also, those of us who build enclosures in the ship, MDF is heavy, very heavy. So the cost goes up. And it's not as structurally sound as wood enclosures. Meaning that you put an MDF enclosure and ship it, if they, FedEx, UPS, and all of them, they're gonna drop it and throw it around, and all the corners gonna get cracked and bruised. So that's why we use wood enclosures. They're lighter, more sturdy. Next to MDF, you always hear people saying birch, Baltic birch, Baltic birch, Baltic birch. Yes, if you're getting a solid birch box, you will hear a difference. You will hear sound quality. It's similar to MDF. Some say it's better. But if you're just getting plywood, it depends on where you're getting your plywood from. If you're getting plywood no, it doesn't. If it's Baltic birch plywood, the filler is not going to be Baltic birch. It's going to be something else. That's what the layers. It's going to be a veneer. It's going to be veneer. If they're not going to make birch, they'll just make it solid. They make plywood because plywood is, like it says, made of plies. 13 ply, 7 ply, 5 ply. And on top, they put a veneer. This is maple. I don't know the camera. This is maple. All right, it is, how many plies is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is maple from Home Depot, 5 ply. The wood filler, I think this is maple though. Yeah, this wood filler here is maple, on the maple wood. Will you hear the difference between the maple and the birch to the ear? The birch ply that you get at Home Depot? No, you won't. You won't hear a difference there. Don't nobody tell you that. It's gonna sound the exact same. This here is, I think this is, no, is it this one? Or is it this one? No, that's popular. So it is this one, yeah, so it is this one. This here is the 13 ply Baltic birch. 13 ply. You call each one of them corners, you're gonna give it 13. I don't know if I can turn it where you can actually see the differentiation, but you're gonna give it 13 ply. 13 ply Baltic birch. The in between here is birch. You can get this from like Lumber 84 and whatnot. Some people like it. It is light. It's not. It's a little heavier than maple, but it's still structurally sound. It's 13 ply. All right. Now let me ask you a question. Does 13 ply means it's stronger than 7 ply? Oh no, you tell me. You want something 4 ply to get its thickness, or 2 ply to get its thickness, or just one solid piece? So do you want some piece of wood that's 1 inch thick, or do you want 4 pieces, 4 layers that equal 1 inch thick? Solid birch. You tell me what you would like to have. Can you hear the acoustical difference between 13 ply Baltic birch? What's this? 1, 2, 7 ply maple. Home Depot. Home Depot. Lowe's. Or Home Depot's. No. Home Depot has 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ply birch. Can you hear the difference sonically between each one of these? I mean, is the bass gonna be deeper? And let me throw in something else. This here is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ply cabinet grade pine. No, it's 7 ply. Yeah, it says that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ply cabinet grade pine. Are you gonna hear the difference? Is the bass gonna be deeper? Which one's gonna have the bass the deepest? You're not gonna be able to hear it. Maybe if you had an RTA meter, real-time analyzer, something that can measure resonances, you might hear the difference between the box. But to your ear, and since bass is 150 and under, and for its bass periods is 40 and under, you're not gonna hear the difference between either one of these boxes. I've done that. I've experimented with that. Now, as far as aesthetics, it all depends. If y'all seen what I could do with cabinet grade pine, I can, with them knots, cabinet grade, what they use to make cabinets in your kitchen. You get cabinet grade pine from Lowe's, you can make a very beautiful enclosure. Birch and maple here, it all depends on how you line the cuts up. Acoustically, man, I'm telling you, they all sound the same. And you see guys with the big setups and the big system, they doing 418, 618s with the walls and all that, you notice they always use the pine. Why? Because it's cheaper. It's gonna do the same damn thing. It's the rest of it, man. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Right now, because of COVID-19, they're having certain shortages. Sometimes I can get the birch, sometimes the outer birch. They always got the cabinet grade pine for now. But it all depends what wood I'm gonna get and build. I'm gonna get you a wooden enclosure. I'm never gonna build an MDF enclosure and ship it. It's always gonna be a wooden enclosure. But don't get caught up. I'm gonna make it beautiful. Trust me, I'm gonna make it beautiful. But they don't get into these forums on the internet where people tell you, man, you can hear the difference. It's made out of this. Them dudes just trying to take your goddamn money. You're not gonna hear the difference. If that box is solidly constructed as it's supposed to be, you're not going to hear any acoustical difference from one wood to the other. As long as it's got at least 5 ply. At least 5 ply, or it's a solid sheet. You're not going to hear no difference. Don't use particle board. Don't use press board. They, all them flakes, they glue. You can't use that. It's got to be some kind of good grade plywood. Cabinet grade. Cabinet grade. Cabinet grade. Use that built in speaker enclosure, and how you line it up, exchange, it's gonna look beautiful, man. It's gonna do the same thing. And some people can't even tell the difference. I done tried that and tested that. Some people can't even tell the difference between MDF and wood box. I can, sometimes. Sometimes, I can hear the slight difference. But, so why you don't use MDF? Because it's dusty. It's dusty. If you breathe enough of that dust, then you can get cancer. It is what it is. So that's why I made that little video so y'all can see that, man. Peace, NBA out.